Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the new Super Suga Fest exclusive King of Hell, Enma ZORO, and we're taking him into some content today. We're going to have a chat about the character, because this one is a very interesting character. On paper, Zoro seems awesome. Super fun character, really cool ability, super effective against all types. Basically a new Super Tandem Kaido, amazing Super Tandem ability, and just a crazy ass captain with his Enma gauge. However, in practicality, I just don't think he is. I'm in a bit of a camp where this Zoro to me is very underwhelming. He's very frustrating to use, and I do understand that a lot of the characters from this New Year's celebration, this 9th anniversary celebration, have been the way. Namely, Luffy, Yamato, people have been struggling with their switch ability. But this particular Zoro is another character that struggles to see his full potential. And even in Super Boss Xeno and stuff like that, I think he's really going to struggle there too. He's very underwhelming in PvP for me. But we are going to take him into some content. And the first piece of content you see here is actually the 9th anniversary Blitz. It is around on Extra Island. You can farm the 40 stamina. And we are pretty much using all of the anniversary characters here. We are using Zoro as a captain because his captain ability boosts strength, dex, and quick characters cooldown by 2 turns, Slasher Free Spirits charge by 1 turn, and then Slasher and Free Spirits attack by 5.25, the HP by 1.5 times, makes their tandem slot have matching slot effects, and if the character's normal attack is effective against all types, against the enemy's type while using a recovery or tandem slot, changes that slot into Wano slots. He then has a captain action that you can actually turn into an Enma gauge. Now, anytime at all, you can go between regular Zoro or then Enma Zoro. Now, Enma Zoro has a new ability where he goes to 5.5 times attack. He makes all orbs beneficial for himself and tandem orbs for the crew. And if you tap with super effective type, you give your crew member a Wano slot. However, you will then lose 15% of your HP moving into the next stage. However, once you acquire 10 Wano slots, you get the Enma Unleashed stage. Now, what this does is this gives you a 5.75 times attack boost, makes all type slots matching for himself, recovery and tandem orbs become Wano slots, and when you hit with type effective, you get a Wano slot as well. Zoro himself will also be super effective against all types, and if he taps with a Wano or tandem orb, he gives a 1.5 additional damage that goes through full immunity. Now, this captain ability at max is absolutely insane. Incredible captain ability. However, you do need to acquire 10 Wano orbs to do this. Now, he can generate them, yes. However, he does have a limit that states you can only acquire 5 Wano orbs to his Enma gauge every single turn. And to me, I just don't understand why you would put a cap on this. There's 6 crew members. Just let us get all 6. Just let us have all 6. Why not? Like, what's stopping you? What's stopping us from getting 6 Wanos? Why would you put that cap on it? Why? But nevertheless, once you do get this form, it's very, very good. It's just about getting him into that form that makes it so challenging. Also, once you're in that form, at the start of the next turn, you will lose 60% of your HP. And if you don't have 60% of your HP, your max HP that is, like 60% of your maximum HP, you will then go into a weakened Enma state, or a weaker Zoro state, which gives you a 2 times attack boost to Free Spirit and Slashes, and that's basically it. So, Zoro is exceptional if you can get him to that captain ability, but getting him there is an absolute struggle. Like, it's a ridiculous struggle. But as you can see, with the new help and new anniversary characters, he can be an absolute monster. Moving on to Arena Crocodile now, and another thing that Zoro can do with his Enma Unleashed is he actually doubles the damage limiter effect. Now, the damage limiter is one of the most annoying abilities in the entire game. Zoro has the ability to just double that limit, which is exceptional. However, I would just love it if he just bypassed it. He's rainbow damage, super effective against all types. He can give additional damage through full immunity, plus he's a conditional booster with his special, so he does so much damage. I just wish he just bypassed that mechanic altogether, because when you see what he can do with the doubling for a particular piece of content, sometimes it's just not enough. It just doesn't hit the mark of what you need. So, as you can see with Zoro here, he's got his best friend, which is Hiyori. Hiyori starts with a full bot of Wano orbs, and then she can generate Wano orbs, and she locks them. And she's just like the best option for Zoro to get Wano orbs as quickly as possible to get Zoro into his Enma Unleashed form. Now, unlike Luffy Yamato, where you don't need to be in their dual form and use their special, Enma Zoro really needs that Enma Unleashed ability to be exceptionally powerful. Once he's in that form, he's just so good. But when he's not in that form, he's just kind of like a solid legend. His special, though, is very, very good. It does 150 times his attack in non-type damage to all enemies that ignores defensive effects. Boost Slasher Free Spirit character's attack by 3.25 for 2 turns. And if the captain is a Slasher or Free Spirit, boost damage dealt to increase damage taken by 2.25 for 2 turns. If the character slot is Wano when the special is launched, changes the attack multiplier of Tandem to 2.5 when slots match, and changes crew's slots to Tandem, as well as changing character's Wano slot into Tandem as well. So basically what he does is if he has a Wano slot, he gives himself a Tandem Orb. He gives everyone else Tandem Orbs if they don't have any slots, which is really, really good because he is a super tandem character as well. But massive 3.25 times attack, 2.25 conditional, which is awesome. Making tandem orbs at 2.5, which is the same as Wano, which is awesome. They can still be rotated, but like massive, massive attack boost. And it works exceptionally well with his super tandem. At the final battle, you need 3 of the following characters on the crew. Either Luffy, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie. Basically any of the Straw Hats plus Odin, Hiyori, and Mihawk. He does a 1.5 times tandem attack boost for Slasher and Free Spirit. At level 5, though, it's only 2 of those characters, and he applies a 2.5 times attack boost to Slashers and Free Spirit, plus increasing the conditional boost by 0.25. Now, this is one of the best Super Tandems in the entire game. It's basically a nerfed version of Super Tandem Nami. Super Tandem Nami's Super Tandem is the best one in the game because of what Robin can do. If you're using Robin, Nami's stereotypically going to be better. However, if you have Zoro by himself, and you can get him into his Enma state, Zoro is just, it's an amazing Super Tandem. Like, it's actually incredible what he can do. As you can see there, that rainbow damage is really, really nice. But as you saw on the Caesar stage, on the Robin stage, we actually didn't kill through the damage limiter. So whilst the Enma ability is really, really good, it's just not there for me. It's just not there. But his special's really, really good. Like, it's a really, really good special. You do need to be in his Enma Unleashed state, so that way you can get the additional damage taken. Unless you're using him alongside something like Luffy and Yamato, which is like one of his best friends, to be honest. Just like the Sugo Rush Sanji. But like, Hiyori is just going to see so much more play now because of this unit. And stuff like Odin and Toki, Luffy, Yamato, characters that can generate Wano Orbs are basically an essential part of what Zoro needs to get that Enma gauge maxed out. If you ever do run him as a crewmate for whatever reason, he sets his slot to Wano at the start of the quest, just his own, and then he also makes himself immune to paralysis, which is super interesting. He has a support for Usopp and Frankie as well, which cuts the crit HP by 20%. It reduces the supported character's charge by 1 turn and changes their slot to Wano at the start of the final battle. This is really good at getting around stuff like stun, which is nice, but other than that, it's basically just an extra cooldown support. So Zoro is just like, he's a really, really good character. Out of the 3, I think he's a character that newer players and mid-game players definitely should not chase. I'm still in the boat that Luffy Yamato's, like, in terms of damage output, is the best of the anniversary batch, closely followed by Sugo Rosh Sanji. This particular Zoro, I understand what they were trying to do, making him a super tandem character, sliding him in on the team. The idea is you tap with Sanji, you get the rush, then you hit with Zoro, and then you hit with, like, Luffy Yamato last, hit with Zoro, and you hit with another character or another character and then Zoro. So that way Zoro's hitting with rainbow damage, and you're getting a super tandem, a rush, and a final tap. But for me, he's just trying to do what Super Tandem Nami does, but also what, like, Super Tandem Kaido does. And he's just in a weird spot where he falls in between them. Just like when Super Tandem Kaido came out, I wasn't super gassed on that unit either. And I feel like this particular Zoro falls into that same boat. He needs a lot of support to make him work to the best of his ability. And once he is at that ability, yes, he's exceptionally powerful. If you have all the pieces to the puzzle, he's a fantastic character. Unfortunately for me, in the way I look at it, he's the last piece of the puzzle to make that puzzle amazing. However, there's other puzzles that do things probably just as good, if not better, than what this Zoro is actually trying to do. That doesn't mean this Zoro is bad by any means. It just means I'm a little bit underwhelmed of what Zoro brings to the table for the teams that he's actually on. But if you do have all those pieces, as I mentioned, for the New Year's batch, for the 9th anniversary batch, I keep doing that, 9th anniversary batch, it is incredibly cool. Now, this is another situation where we use the Enma Unleashed ability. As you can see, when we are sort of switching between the Enma Unleashed, it doubles the the damage limiter, but if you use 2 Enma ZOROs, it actually doesn't double it again. I really wish that if you use 2 Enma ZOROs, it would like double it, and then it would double it again. That way you could definitely break through pretty much any damage limiter, but unfortunately it just doubles what it actually is at. And this is another perfect situation where it's not enough to actually take down the enemy, and we're just stuck at a very odd point. If it's like 50%, like most of the content is right now for Anniversary, it's fine. You can use Zoro and it will work hunky-dory. But when you're in a situation like this, where it's like 75% of the HP, like look at this. Look how close Caesar to dying, and we just can't get the kill there. So it's a little bit annoying to see that. I wish they sort of didn't have that, but there's just parts of Zoro for me that are just kind of like annoying. But like I said, if you can get that Enma Unleashed ability, he's an absolutely outstanding legend. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of Zoro in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.